What's going on, guys? In today's session, we're going to look at mastering the arts of free kicks. Now, we've already done a few tutorials on striking the ball, which you can check out here, but for today's session, we got a little help from someone who knows how to take a quality free kick. We hooked up with Leicester City's Maddison, who gave us a few top tips. Check it out.
Hi, I'm Maddison, and this is how I take a free kick. For me, it's about repetition. So that whenever I practice, whenever I take them, I always like to do the same things because that's how you get better at it and better and better at it. So ball placement for me is not really that important. It's not one of the key things. So I know some players like to kick the valve or like see the logo and stuff like that. That's not important for me. So I used to watch Beckham growing up, as I always say. He always used to stand with his left foot in front of him. And then over the years, I've kind of just merged into my own kind of version of it. So I always take 4/5 steps back, depending on distance. So always left foot planted, 1, 2, 3, 4, but I always like my left foot in front, so this one's not really step, I just put my right foot behind me. So my left foot, you'll always see me whenever I'm taking a free kick, corner, wide crossing free kick, I'll always have this same stance. It's just how I do it, it's how I feel comfortable. And then from then, it's all about getting into the mode. And then from here, I'm looking at the keeper, I'm looking at the wall, I'm looking at my players, I'm looking at everything, I'm assessing everything. Majority of the time, if I was in this position, I'd be going over the wall. If the keeper, like we had one against Huddersfield, where the keeper stood really centrally, so I actually just went the keeper's side and started it out there and went in the far corner instead. And then from this point, I always get myself, if you watch me, I get into a quick rhythm here with my feet moving quick like that, just to get my engine going almost. Run up to it and try and get as much pace on it as possible. And I've kind of figured out a technique to kind of get over the ball with it coming up and down with still pace, because in the Premier League, if you don't get enough pace on it, you don't score, because if you float it, the keepers are so good that they just get across and make it look easy. So it's all about getting pace on it and giving the keeper no chance. The part of the foot that I'm normally going to kick it with is almost like an instep, almost like towards the toe almost, just because it gets that top spin. That's how it comes down, because you'll very rarely see one of my free kicks go over. Sometimes I might hit the wall, or the keeper might save it, but very rarely go over, because I hit it with that part of the foot, because I want it to, as soon as it gets over the wall, to start coming down and give the keeper as little chance as possible. I can give you a go if you want. When I was young, I think it's important that you watch the players that are at the top, the best at it. Lionel Messi's the best at it. You see his free kicks. I'd watch them players and take little things from them, little tips, listen to them talk, listen to things like this with other players and stuff. And as you get older and keep practicing, you kind of put your own little stamp on it. But I'd watch the best at it. That's the only way you can get better. Watch the best and implement your little style to it.
So, a few key things for you to remember. Repetition. It's important to find your own style that you're comfortable with, and a repetition of this style will increase your chances of hitting the target every time. Pace. You need to get the ball up and over the wall as quickly as you can to give the keeper as little chance as possible. Top spin. Utilising the toe end of your instep to maximise spin on the ball and stopping it from blazing over the bar. And finally, learn from the best and make sure you watch those players that consistently make those free kicks count. Well, I hope that's helped. Get out there and give it a go. Make sure you go and check out our other tutorials, and we'll see you next time.